melt in ice.
It's freaking us out. Oh! If we don't... And it's also got those footprints around it. If we don't look at it, then that kind of freaking out noise goes away. Here's his rifle. No wolf could have done that. Just in case. Oh God.
All of a
What's
sudden,
happening?
Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams, a cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp.
I guess we follow the backward footprints. Yes. Ah. Is it a wolf jumping on him? So it looked like the image suggested a wolf attacked him. Mysterious journal.
To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
Mysterious journal, page 1. The beast enjoyed long slumbers. Its sanctuary seemed impregnable. Ice is everywhere. I need to exercise patience and wait for it to come out, to think like a hunter. The beast often invades the settlement bordering the lake. It terrorizes the white people. They never see it coming, but they feel its presence, a cold dread grabbing at your innards. The beast excites the wolves, makes them more aggressive. Oh, great. One attacked me. I had to cut its throat. The blade digging into its flesh made the sound of a taut wire. The beast is getting closer to the villagers. It moves at night, bringing heavy snow and strong gusts of wind along with it. I tracked it, to no avail. I do not know the white man frozen in ice, but I do know this. It is the work of the beast. Its attacks curdle the blood of its victims. White men know nothing of this force of nature. I touched the ice imprisoning the white man. I saw things, but I do not understand them. It was as if past and present were one, or as if I was a spider, and, with my 8 eyes, I could see backwards and forwards simultaneously. This beast, this creature, is not of this world. I must find the beast again, and if necessary, eliminate it. Okay. What is that?
What could these engraved numbers mean?
739.
Suddenly appeared before Carl.
Okay, this is getting interesting, isn't it? Supernatural then, potentially. So lovely sound effects of the crunch of snow. This is his car.
Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance. the general store's manager himself.
Right.
That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts. Or not.
Right. Let's go back to where... So we've been wandering around this bit for a time now. Oh, there's Gilles. Gilles de Chance. Ah, it's not giving us that noise now. So, okay.
Turned into pain. Carl needed to find someplace warm.
Okay, we will in a second. And Gilles. Oh my goodness, Gilles. Where were you going? Let's head back. Yeah, let's head back at a bit of a rate of knots. We'll follow the wolf. Ah, there's the house. Right, let's get a fire going. Ah, it said the radiator would work if we had power. So if we switch the power to the building, that should... Oh god, that should power up the heating, shouldn't it? Let's do this quickly. Then we've got another passage with the wolves gone that way. We can look that way as well. Right, let's switch this over. Switch that off. Switch that on. Yes, the heat is coming on. Nice, let's get near the radiator. Oh, lovely. Okay. So what do we know? We know we've got a gun. We know Gilles Lachance and William Hamilton are dead. Our engine is still running. We are the worst environmentalist ever. We're a detective anyway. So, an accident. I haven't seen this shaken up since Korea. Okay, the abandoned car. That was blank last time, wasn't it? Oh no, crash 2 of 2. So we've got that caribou footprint. More caribou footprints. A man turned into ice. The image was shocking. So if we get that weird sort of like sigh, high-pitched squeal, we know there's like a ghostly vision or something to look at. 739. Strange vision. 739. Hamilton's murder. Okay, we've got that. We've found that. Gilles Lachance went to the doctor's. Now I need to know if the doctor saw Gilles. I now have a lead for the perfect investigation. Right, okay, so we're going to the doctor's. That was probably that medical symbol, wasn't it? Ah, here we go. Here's Gilles. He's only 26. He's a wretched man. Misery reigns on him. Like gulls and leftovers, I'm sure of it. We've got 2 unknowns about him. Misery stuck again for the poor man. He is now imprisoned in ice. He tried to escape, but it was too late. I think he was being stalked by wolves. Right, so... I wonder if that... Oh, sorry, there's a dead body there. That's why I couldn't go that way. Just slowly and gently just kicking at him. Is it anything to do with this postbox here? 7... No, these are all in the 100. Okay, it's not that. Maybe we can... Oh, hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Documents. We had... What are those addresses? Gilles' wallet, envelope, cash, reader instructions, no. Customer credit. 7, 5... No. Nope. Okay, screw that. That was an idea, it wasn't a great idea. Right. We also have more wolf tracks here. Now, let's get the camera out. Let's see if we've got our mysterious ghostly caribou stalking these. No, they're just wolf prints. Okay, we'll throw that one away. I guess we'll move on to the doctors. Anything else out here? Oh, that's what went bang. Look. The wire gone. Probably the transformer probably went. There's a bit of smoke. Can you see the smoke? Coming out of that transformer, whatever it is. Yeah, it's all blackened on top as well, and obviously the cable snapped in the explosion. Yeah, Le Chance. Okay. So obviously Hamilton took over that from the Le Chance family. Right. Okay, so we've discovered that Gilles Lechance, store manager, frozen in ice. I think this is probably where this little fire symbol is below our indicator there. Right, if we pull out of here and head left, that looks like where the doctor's is, where the cross is. I assume that's the doctor's. There's nothing else that says doctor's to me. Now the road is the 750. 753 was the number, wasn't it? I need to keep an eye out for that number. Eastern Atamipek. Another bridge going that way, but we'll cruise down this road for a second. Oh. Maximum speed, 10 miles an hour. Okay. Ooh, this looks a bit rickety, doesn't it? Oh my goodness me. Do we want to be taking a car over this? Okay. We're over. Nice. Doctor's this way. Ah, some stairs. Brilliant. We'll leave the engine running once again. I'm really enjoying this. This is good. Right. Taking the doctor's surgery. Dr. Beaupre. It's clinic. Okay. Is he a bit of a drinker? The clinic's key. Brilliant. So all possible areas we could potentially find the key, I suppose. There's no one in. Okay. Let's go in then. What does this say?
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
A medical emergency in town. The doctor there is sick. I'll be back soon. If he dies, I won't be returning. I'll have to replace him. Right. Great stuff. So the doctor's out of town.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop.
Uh-huh. Right, where's the light switch? Where is the light switch on this? Oh, it doesn't actually have any lights. Have you noticed that? It's just a cabin. Ah, here we go. Is that it? You'd think your doctor's surgery will need a little bit more than that. Ah, I recognise that face.
The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border?
Oh, because we assumed that was the murderer. Was it the doctor? Interesting. Sack of spuds under there. So this is literally his living space. A couple of rolls of toilet roll. Oh, what we got there?
The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to Merbromen, smudged all over their injuries.
Oh, okay. It's like iodine, the yellow. You know, used to be a yellow stain, didn't it? You can get the fire going. Fire starters. We've got a vase here. Isabelle Beaupre. Oh, so she's dead, and that's her ashes. Right. Could it be something with her death? Is that why? Was she somehow? When locking a door isn't enough. Okay, it's not opening. Inspect
for the
that.
one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
Oh, absolutely. And for pirates. We've got a sewing kit here. Attach a magnet. Some more matches. We've got a magnet here. Some cleaning stuff. Cutlery. Bits and bobs. Fill up the water bottle. Yeah, we might as well then. We've got a bottle of water now. Inspect a bit of surgical stuff.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict.
Well, that's true.
Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Well, some people might find that comforting. Oh, we've got a weight machine. My nightmare. The doctor is apparently fascinated by history. Okay. Earth doesn't look this big from here. Oh, his wine rack. Store in a cool, dry place with a constant temperature, they said. Oh dear. Any skeletons in his closet? No. First aid kit. Nice.
A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
Phew. Right, we got a book here. What's this?
A communist manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty.
Okay. We've got a communist manifesto. Painkillers.
Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He
Montreal.
was surely one of the first students out of the new campus to settle on the mountainside. Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling. But back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine.
Ooh, medical records. Should we be reading them? Yeah, why not? Unknown woman. I was just going to see if the narrator kicked in. I never did quite catch her name. The men called her Laurie. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood, the bullet had done a lot of damage, probably hitting the cerebrium. It was hopeless. She had cardiac arrest. The men had found her like this, they said. I doubt it. But in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificates. The whole thing sickens me. Okay. Rosaire Armand. No medical explanation whatsoever can explain why old Rosaire is still alive. As we in the trade say, the only way to cure him is to kill him. Who else do we have? Sylvie Bedard. Bedard? All of her symptoms point to the same root cause. She's pregnant. She refuses it. She denies it. I'm willing to bet her husband is not the father. Ooh. Let's just hope it's not Everett Lockhart. Or she would have an illegitimate child and a syphilis on her hands. Oh, good God. Hopefully not. Poor Sylvie. William Joseph Hamilton.
The doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well.
Haunty, can't be cured. Chronic foot pain, can't walk long distances. Rich, I'll cure him of that one day. That's all the medical records. Okay, so that will probably would have gone into our take out camera.
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead.
That's probably the woman with the neck wounds. Have we got anything? Have we got everything, I mean? So, there's no notes there about Gilles coming to see him. Otherwise his records would be out, wouldn't they? Let's have a look round. See what we can see. Oh, here we go, got a sign on the door. SVP, utilize l'arche porte. Please use the other door. Okay. Good, my French wasn't quite forming that for me. Well, looks to be a log shed, which is empty. Trash can. Some more tape, which is great. More bottles. More trash. Western Atamipek, or whatever. Lantern, nice. Thought I heard somebody else's footsteps then. Could be me just moving. More wolf tracks.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Okay. I just wonder if there's any more caribou. Maybe we could follow the wolf tracks. They seem to go off in this direction. How's our... We're down to half temperature.
Carl felt like he knew the doctor now. His belongings had spoken lengths about him. But what Carl had heard worried him.
Right, we're going to follow these wolf tracks. See if they lead us to another frozen figure. Or something of that ilk. Right, just trying to keep sight of the tracks while we come through the disturbed undergrowth. Although these didn't have the mysterious caribou with them, so this could just be walking into a wolf trap, into the den, which might be a bit of a silly thing to do. Is this the road? It is. Where did those tracks go? I lost the wolf tracks. What's down here? Oh, hardware. I don't know what that was. Don't go through the ice. We'll freeze. Let's anything down it? Something here. What's this orange thing? Are they batteries? Oh, it's a flare. It's a flare. Ah, it's a bridge there. I should really be using that. Oh god. Get out of the water. We'll get frostbite. Where did those... There's the tracks. They went...
Cold turned into pain. Carl needed to find someplace warm.
Here. They disappear. They're probably crossing the track. Yes, they are. Let's have a quick look at the map. We need to get some cover. Where are we? There is a house up here. Let's quickly jog along into this house then. before we black out. There it is. Oh god. I could fall into anything now, I can't see anything. Rozaire's house. The chimney's smoking. There's a fire in here. Hello? Hello? Whoa! Whoa there, fella. Hello? What you doing? Just coming in for the warmth. Can I go by your fire, please? Oh, it's nice. What? Well, we found another living person, which is great news. It's not the entire village hasn't been wiped out. So this is Rozaire. This is what the doctor... Isn't this the one the doctor said he should be dead by now or something? Hello, Rozaire. We're expecting a stranger to show up here. Weren't expecting. Let me tell you, I ain't... Oh, he's going far too quick. Since he's been screaming, I've got my shotgun. And bang, bang, bang if they get too close. Fair enough. Crazy old man. Can I talk to you? If you need warm clothes, city boy, I wouldn't say no to a bottle of Carabao. Trade Carabao for coat. Is that the coat? I don't have Carabao. I've got something, haven't I? I've got sherry wine with me. Practically walk around in your underwear. A good coat would be good for you. Where's my Carabao? Okay. I'll look for your Carabao. Hang on. I'm just going through your cupboards to see if you got an old bottle of Carabao sitting in here somewhere. That's still good. Things are so much better when you're old. Okay. That's my hat in the good old days and my belt when I put my flask. Things were so much better when we all wore the same things. Okay. Don't mind me just going through your stuff, old man. I'll just steal your matches. La Corrivou. Killed all her husbands, one after another. No pity for marriage. Shall I just get the Ah, okay. Thought it was a photo. This is his cold store. You just put stuff outside, really. Your feet smell. Oh god, this guy. There's nothing in there. Don't touch that, kid. You get hurt yourself. Ah. He's got a nappy. Yeah, diaper. You can do everything at the same time. Nice. Great. Right. Don't know what to say. I won't turn his radio off. Inspect. La suite. La suite. I can't. It's going too quick. Tales and legends. That's the Wendigo. A warrior who turns into a wolf out of vengeance when they have been wronged. Ooh. There was a time when hate waged war. Our hunters could decimate the great wolves who had taken our children. Our warriors could snap the necks of the cowards who had reached for our supplies. The deafening sound of rock and bone breaking was enough to sedate the hate, and the rivers of blood would express our remorse and apologies. Thus was balance maintained. Then came the whites. The legend of the Wendigo dates back to a time before what anyone but the tallest trees can remember. A time of great cold and great aspirations. When the ships came and spewed men and their fire cannons, plagues and spinelessness. Balance broke forever. The dead were piling up on our ancestral lands. Too many bodies covered in moss. Too much blood spilled on our stone. Our bone-breaking hate did not suffice any longer. One day, a young warrior who had lost everything, nieces, brothers, parents, and hope, fell to his knees in the middle of a small clearing, covered in the blood of his fiancée, killed after having crossed the path of some whites passing by. He had seen everything, had called out to the Great Spirit, called out to him with words that came so naturally to him, words that could only create a river of blood and guts, and a terrifying roar of screams. He called out to him for a force that no one had had before. He became Wendigo. The whites were decimated under the icy claw of the Wendigo. The great tide of blood even pushed a few ships back out to sea, but the Wendigo was not yet done with his vengeance. For as long as the heart of one of his fiancée's murderers still beats on Cree territory, he would prevail. The elders say that it was a force of the ancestors returning to nature that turned the young warrior. In this clearing, where many ancestors had been buried in the centuries past, a clearing now covered in blood spilled unjustly in a time where too many bodies were being buried, the ancestors heard the cries of the young warrior. Only in a remarkable time like this could the Wendigo have been born. His vengeance sated, the warrior became Wendigo, went to rest forever. His frozen heart melted and disappeared, much like real snow come the spring. The storm had befallen the Cree lands, faded as well. There was much celebration, balance had been restored, but the whites came back too. White hatred is never satisfied by rock and stone. Rock and bone turned to dust. They arrived by the hundreds, armed with guns and torches, burned down every village, raped every woman, smashed the head of every newborn, tortured every man that fell into their grips. Never before had unbalance been so deep for the Cree peoples, and ever since it has been told that one should be satisfied with the rivers of blood brought by hatred, despite the wrongfulness done to them. Because remarkable hate comes at far too steep a price. The Wendigo was never invoked again, but in the hearts of the Cree people remained a fear that one day a young warrior would once again call out with a remarkable hate, because they know, through the wisdom brought by this legend, that the Wendigo would prevail. But that this victory would come at a great cost. The whites would come back. The whites would rule. None would be spared. Right. 1917. What a smoke fest. That Kaiser still remembers me. And my shotgun. Bang bang. I told him. Bang bang bang. The good old days. Okay. Back in my day, it was just like we were proud, strong, and true. We had the good Lord on our side. Oh yes, what were the French? Oh, there's a special name for them, isn't it? They used to navigate all around the land on those canoes and travel great distances and stuff, didn't they? Right, old man, you want some alcohol, it would seem, to fill your diaper. Yes, that's what I thought. So, nicely warmed up in here. Rosaire, I forgot what his name was. It was Rosaire, isn't it? We're going to stay here with Rosaire for the moment. This actually has got a little bit of vibes to The Long Dark. Do you remember when you come into that town and there's that old lady living on her own? Same kind of vibes. This is interesting. This is interesting. It's obviously a supernatural spin on it at the moment. What appears to be just a murder and some other I don't know, what would you call it, industrial sabotage in the background, where, you know, vandalism to try and against the mine owners' property. Interesting times. Right, we're going to leave it here for the moment. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Kona. It's my first time as well, so I could be jumping to some horribly bad conclusions. But this is just my thought process at the moment. So, yeah, we're going to leave it here. Safe and warm in Rosaire's little smoke-filled cabin. and I'll see you next time. Take care.